What up, YouTube? Welcome back to When Nice Guys Retaliate. I really enjoy the internet and how it connects us as a world because we get a chance to hear things from other cultures that make a whole lot of sense at times. Sometimes it's like, what in the world? But in this case, I heard this African proverb, and I don't know the whole proverb, but it goes something like this. Basically, you can wake up somebody that's asleep, but you can't wake up somebody that's pretending to be sleeping. And I thought that was pretty deep, and it's also pretty true. And especially when it comes to relationships. And in one such manner, I was looking at it in regard to women and potential mates. And you can classify women in three different areas. This is not the only classification, but it's one of the ways you can classify a woman, and if she fits into one of these categories, is going to determine what type of woman she potentially may be for you in your life. And basically, we're going to preface it around happiness. You have a woman who is happy. You have a woman who basically is sad, and then you have a woman who chooses to be happy or sad. And to me, the woman you really want to push for is the woman that's already happy. Because if you got to make a woman happy, that's just craziness, all right? Because if you have to make her happy one time, you always have to make her happy all the time. And then if she's not happy, guess who she's going to blame? You. For you not doing something, saying something, being something, whatever. So a woman that chooses not to be happy, regardless of the situation she's in, she can have the best. She can have a good house, she can have a good family, she can have a good husband, she can have a good car, she can have a good life. But if she chooses not to be happy, even though she has a lot of advantages that other people don't have, that woman is a piece of garbage. She don't need to be in your life at all. You need to let her go, cut her loose, all right? And the same token, you have a woman that is basically she's sad. Now, that could be for a myriad of reasons, but that don't mean you have to be her healer. You don't have to be the person that she goes to get healing, because, well, I guess it depends on the woman. Now, if you have some women or certain types of women who may actually just need a good man. And them coming in contact with a good man may cause that woman to wake up, become alive, and, but she'll become a very good partner to you. And she'll just become a very good person in general in life, But I think those type of women are few and far between because of the way of culture today. It's almost like if you don't have a problem, you're not cool. If you're not psychologically crazy, you know what I mean, you don't fit in. And so if you're a nice guy, what I'm saying, somebody who believes that there are good people in the world and that you should help people, they look at you like you're crazy, but they're the ones who are just selfish. They don't want to help anybody. They don't want to provide anything that helps somebody else to get ahead. They're looking for only things that help them to get ahead, And then of course you have the happy woman. The happy woman, what makes her awesome is that you don't have to put any effort into making her happy. You know what I mean? If you're a good man, she is going to be really happy because she's already happy. And then she's going to make you happy because that's just a side effect of being around good people, And so you want somebody who at minimum is going to be able to, give back and forth between the two. Because you can't, as a man, even as a good man, excuse me, you can't even as a good man just continue to give and give and give and give and give and not get anything in return. And that's in money, that's in time, that's in emotional support. Whatever you can actually give from yourself, eventually you'll run out of it if you don't have a means of replenishment. Okay? So, the biggest one you need to watch out for is the woman that chooses to be happy. She chooses to, well, I'll take that back. You want a woman that chooses to be happy regardless of the situation. You want a woman that's resilient, who's able to stand up in hard and rough times, because life is not always going to be, on the rise. You know what I mean? You got a lot of immature women nowadays that think that everything's just going to go their way, and I don't know very many people who can even say that, and I'm doing pretty good myself, but even I can't say that. So you have the other woman who, despite having all these good things, she chooses to be sad. And in my opinion, any woman that chooses to be unhappy in any situation where she really doesn't have a good reason to is not a good woman. She is basically an emotional leech, and she does not need to be in a good man's life. You need to drop her as soon as you find out her personality. But I think that's going to wrap it up. You got 3 categories of women. You got the woman that's sad, you got the woman that's happy, and then you got the woman that chooses to be happy or sad. And the last group can be broken up into 2 different groups, because the woman that chooses to be happy despite her situation is a strong woman. All right? Because she is the one that's going to be there to help you out of the situations. She's going to be encouraging. She's going to take your encouragement. She's going to trust you. She's not going to be the person that's going to make life easy. She's going to be the person that makes life easier. And if you're both making each other's lives easier, you both win. But that's what happens when nice guys retaliate. Hope you guys take care.